Hello everybody, welcome to the Truth Serum, episode number 19. As always, Joey the Truth Wagner with you. Well folks, tonight's episode will be a little bit different from how I usually do things. But over the past couple of weeks, you probably noticed that there was no content up on the channel, and that's because I went on vacation. My dad and I went on a road trip, a journey all the way up to Maine. And here are some of the highlights from it. Well folks, stop number 1, that was in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And as we all know, Pittsburgh is better than Philly. But Philly was nice, and in Philadelphia, stopped and saw the Liberty Bell and Independence Hall, which is where the Declaration of Independence was signed back in 1776. Stop number 2, folks, was at the beach. It's summertime, it's warm, it is July, the place to be is the beach. Atlantic City was packed with people. And this was the first of many beaches that we stopped at. Stop number 3, back to Philadelphia. It was the week of the 4th of July, and the Truth could not turn down an opportunity to see his Pittsburgh Pirates play in a different ballpark. Pirates played the Phillies. It was the first Pirate game that I have ever seen outside of PNC Park when going to the game. Quite the experience. Citizens Bank Park is a very nice park. And friends, what is nice is that when your team is on the road, they take batting practice last. So they're still on the field when you shake the Pittsburgh Pirates manager Clint Hurdle's hand. Also got his autograph on the back of my Pirate shirt. Clint Hurdle, very nice guy, straightforward guy, just a good baseball guy, a good guy, period. Pirates, unfortunately, ended up losing that game 4-0. Stop number 4, New York City. It all started at Liberty State Park on the New Jersey side. Took a water taxi over to Manhattan, and you're in the Big Apple. It's a really big city, folks. People everywhere. A couple of very cool things are over there. First off, there is the brand new One World Trade Center, also known as One World Observatory. Folks, you can go up to floors 100, 101, and 102 to just get the amazing views of New York City and the surrounding areas, New Jersey, the Hudson River. You can look as far as you can see. That was very neat. The views were great. But what was really interesting to me, folks, was the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. Folks, I was in New York 8 years ago when I was younger. When I was there, where the museum is now and everything that accompanies it, at that time, it was just fences all around, and they were still working on this area. The fountains were amazing to see close up, especially on the 4th of July when I was there this time. For the fountain, they have each person's name that was lost in that tragedy on September 11th, 2001. They have all of their names there, and with it being the 4th of July, they had a flag for every person on the two fountains. What was really, really neat to see was the 9/11 museum. I learned a lot about what happened on that day, and what was incredible to me is how there were so many heroes that gave their lives to try to help others. And also, friends, when they built this museum, they built it around things that were there and still there from September 11th, including these steps, these survivor stairs that people ran down to try to get out of the danger zone on that dreadful day. Stop number 5, Plymouth Rock. The time, the place, 1620, where the Pilgrims made landfall here in what is now America. They weren't fancy or rich or anything like that. They were just regular people who wanted to practice their religion freely and how they thought they should. So they left England and they came over here. Stop number 6, beach number 2, Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. Stop number 7, in the state of Maine, beach number 3, Old Orchard Beach. A beautiful beach. The water was quite blue compared to the first 2 beaches that we stopped at. Stop sort of number 7.5, as I would call it, between 2 places, going from Old Orchard Beach, going to Acadia National Park, Maine. On the side of the highway, we saw a very, very interesting Maine Veterans Memorial that had everything to do from World War II to Vietnam and even the Korean War. They Stop number 8, Acadia National Park and Bar Harbor. Just a very small town, Acadia National Park. There is the highest mountain elevation on the eastern coast, Cadillac Mountain. Boy, that fitting. Truth and Cadillac, they go hand in hand. Also went down, stopped to see Jordan Pond. Stop number 9, Boston. Place to see. John F. Kennedy. You might not know this, but JFK was in the military during World War II. He was in a situation during the war in which he saved his entire crew's life in the water. Saved them all. So you might look at him as the president who was a great one and kept World War III from happening with the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Cold War going on. But he was also just as great. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that journey through my road trip. I would like to thank all of my crew, especially Dad Wagner, for the driving that he did. A lot of miles over 13 days for the rest of the crew. Joey Truth Wagner signing off. Thank you for watching episode number 19 of the Truth Serum. Good night.